Land of sleeping rainbows is our theme and our destination. A land of scenic beauty, kaleidoscopic colors, and captivating enchantment. No pot of gold awaits you at the end of this resplendent trail, but you can be assured that your eyes and your soul will find rich treasures each step along the way in this land of sleeping rainbows. A rainbow is the jeweled arm of heaven, embracing the earth with benevolence and love. Here is a rainbow which has solidified into stone, and which after thousands of years has not even begun to fade. This monolithic arch stands in regal isolation in Rainbow Bridge National Monument in southeast Utah. We will return to Rainbow Bridge in a few moments, but first, let us explore the pathway which leads to this colorful colossus. The most easily accessible gateway to Utah's sleeping rainbow is by way of Arizona. This is Waweep Marina, near Page, Arizona, where we begin a round-trip journey of 120 miles by motorboat into scenic Glen Canyon, which lies mostly in Utah. We hoist anchor at 7 a.m. and arrive back at Waweep at 5 p.m. This huge Glen Canyon Dam at Page, Arizona, was completed in 1963, impounding some of the water of the Colorado River and creating magnificent Lake Powell, which has become a popular recreation area, attracting thousands of tourists each year. Here you have a front row seat in an amphitheater of eternity. I was brick red, mud-laden, big red the river Colorado, trickle or flood at nature's whim since time began. To the sea my waters wasted, while the land cried out for moisture. Now man controls me, stores me, regulates my flow. The wild red outlaw river, tamed, now flowing clean and blue, unclaimed. Gordon Michele wrote the following lines in 1952 about grandiose Glen Canyon. Dear God, did you cast down 200 miles of canyon and mark for poets only? Multitudes hunger for a lake in the sun. Magnificent Lake Powell is 175 miles long and has a shoreline of 1,200 miles, displaying some of God's most beautiful handiwork every foot of the way. Here you find coves and caves, towering canyon walls, fantastically carved rocks, simulating cathedrals, castles, giant men, and gargantuan monsters in a setting of fairyland enchantment. As we land at Rainbow Bridge Marina to begin a round-trip hike of 3 miles, we are reminded that only a few years ago, a visit to this remote area necessitated a 4-day trip by horseback and 3 nights sleeping out under the stars. This gargantuan sandstone arch is the world's largest natural bridge with a span of 278 feet, towering 309 feet above the creek bed below. The bridge is somewhat dwarfed by the immensity of the surrounding wilderness, yet it would top our National Capitol building in Washington, D.C., including its mammoth dome. A rainbow has been described as the smiling daughter of the storm. It was Lord Byron who wrote, "Be thou the rainbow of the storms of life, the evening beam that smiles the clouds away, and tints tomorrow with prophetic ray." As we continue our pursuit of sleeping rainbows, we next visit the fantastic fairyland of Bryce Canyon to behold the world's most lavish display of multicolored erosion. Approaching Bryce Canyon, we first pass through Red Canyon. This is a brilliantly colored and artistically eroded canyon where the vermilion limestone strata of the Paunsaugunt Plateau has been exposed by the elements of nature. From Sunset Point, we look out over the magnificent and amazing splendor of Bryce Canyon, which was made a national park in 1928. The elevation at the canyon rim is over 8,000 feet. This view is from Inspiration Point. Bryce is shaped like a mammoth horseshoe and is one of nature's largest and grandest amphitheaters. Bryce has been likened to a colorful fairyland, portraying simulated ruins of ancient cities, beautiful castles, ornate temples, and graceful spires. Long ago, the Indians gave this fantastic fairyland one of its most suggestive names, which means red rocks standing like men in a bowl-shaped canyon. Paria Point takes its name from the nearby Paria River. Formations of Bryce do not assume gigantic proportions. However, the delicacy of the coloring and fantasy of design are without equal. Here at Sunrise Point, we see how erosion has carved millions of intricate forms as it cut down through thin layers of colorful limestone. Silent City is the name of this imaginary ghost town, which existed long before the eyes of man beheld the grotesque and mysterious beauty of this wonderful place. With a glimpse of this graceful natural bridge, we say farewell to the colorful and captivating splendor of incomparable Bryce Canyon and hasten on to find frozen fragments of other sleeping rainbows to be seen elsewhere in our travels.